Previously, we learned about independence and objectivity, dual reporting lines, individual objectivity, and common impairments. Now, in this video, we're going to be talking about assurance services in previous consulting areas, perceived impairment, CAE disclosure of the board, and policies to promote objectivity. Assurance services in previous consulting areas. It is possible to provide assurance services in areas in which the internal auditor previously performed consulting engagements. So there are three standards that serves as a guide for the internal auditors. First is the standard 1130A3. Second is the standard 1130C1. And lastly, the standard 1130C2. Standard 1130A3 states that the internal audit activity may provide assurance services where it had previously performed consulting services, provided that the nature of the consulting did not impair objectivity and provide individual objectivity is managed when assigning resources to the engagement. Standard 1130C1 states that the internal auditors may provide consulting services relating to operations for which they had previous responsibilities. Standard 1130C2 states that if internal auditors have potential impairments to independence or objectivity relating to proposed consulting services, disclosure must be made to the engagement client prior to accepting the engagement. Perceived impairment. Objectivity must exist in both fact and appearance. This means that internal auditors must avoid even the appearance of impairment. Accepting small promotional items such as pens, calendars, or other insignificant items is generally not considered to impair professional judgment. However, any gifts of larger value should be immediately reported to a supervisor. Charter sets two responsibilities that the CAA has in reporting independence and objectivity related issue to the board. The first one is the CAA will confirm at least annually to the board that the IAA is organizationally independent. The CAA will need to make certain that the IAA maintains its organization independence at all times. Second one is the CAA will disclose to the board any interference with the IAA, determining the scope of work, performing of the work, and communicating the results. The last topic is policies to promote objectivity. There are numbers of procedures that the CAA can follow in order to maintain objectivity within the IIA. First one is job assignments should minimize potential conflict of interest. Second, jobs should be periodically rotated so that the relationships do not develop between the auditor and the auditee that might impair the auditor's judgment. Third one, a strong QAIP will help ensure that the organization's independence and objectivity are part of the culture of the IIA. PA 1120-1 provides a list of things that can be done to maintain and promote objectivity. Individual objectivity involves the Chief Audit Executive or the CAA organizing staff assignments that prevent potential and actual conflict of interest and bias. Periodically, obtaining information from the internal audit staff concerning potential conflict of interest and bias, and when practicable, rotating internal audit staff assignments periodically. Review of internal audit work results before the related engagement communications are released assist in providing reasonable assurance that the work was performed objectively.